Understanding the needs of elderly people. The first is do not call them elderly people. These people are normal people like anybody else. So when trying to understand them, realize that they don't see themselves as elderly people. They're just like anyone else. Secondly, if you call them the aging consumer instead of elderly, there's no such thing as one aging consumer. Fonterra actually distinguishes different types of consumers. As you have different people in this world, there are also different aging consumers in this world. And they might have the same physical challenges when they're aging. That doesn't mean that they do not have the exact same aspirations, attitudes and beliefs altogether. The third thing is don't expect maybe an old person that you have in mind when you think about the aging population. Often you think of consumers that sit in an elderly home playing rummy cup or playing cards. There's actually a group of people that still wants to be very active and has lived through a lot in their lives and still wants to enjoy life. And definitely they don't see their life being ended. The key message is that we need to realize that this world is aging. And with that comes certain challenges. People will lose a certain amount of vitality and mobility. And these consumers will start to have certain needs that we need to address at a certain point. Yeah, in the way we do it right now, we manage to prolong people's lives. However, the quality of that life is not per se guaranteed. We need to take that into account. Ideally, we would move a bit away from just letting people live longer to letting people have a better quality life for longer. Some challenges, actually, when thinking about sarcopenia is that it is actually something that already starts to happen when consumers or people don't even realize it. So from when you're born all up the way to maybe 30, your muscle mass is growing and everything is fine. As of 30, your muscle mass actually starts to deteriorate. However, you don't notice this yet. So one of the key challenges with sarcopenia is that consumers do not feel it. So trying to address it and actually already talking to maybe a 40-year-old about it who doesn't notice anything yet is really challenging. Fonterra tries to address this challenge by really understanding what these consumers' aspirations and needs are and trying to address those and make it more relevant. So sarcopenia as such might not mean anything to anyone, but when you think about sarcopenia actually is deteriorating of your muscle, and your heart is a muscle as well, it becomes a lot more scary and relevant all of a sudden for this consumer. I think at the moment, sarcopenia is where osteoporosis was maybe 50 years ago, where nobody talked about it back then. It's top of mind right now for a lot of women that age. For sarcopenia, hopefully at a certain point, with maybe some simple measures, so it becomes more clear to a consumer what is going on, it will become more relevant to them and consumers are willing to act upon it.